hello everybody, we've got a visitor. This is my dog Luna. Oh, she's gone. No, she didn't want to stay. She's off. She's a German Shepherd. I tried to get her on camera, so I've started a little bit sooner than I meant to. Welcome in. My name is Karen. This is Lost Souls Tarot. I didn't tidy straighten up my desk. I was cleaning today. There we go. So smooth as always. I do will warn you, I've got a bit of a cold, so I might sneeze during this, and I look horrendous. But I'm just going to just have a reading anyway. My face is like twice the size. But I'm going to warn you now, if I sneeze, there will be no warning. And I do big Scottish watches. There's no girly sneezes here. It is, my entire head's going to explode off. Anyway, we'll carry on and we'll do our best anyway. Dosed up to the eyeball with Lemsip. I hope you're having a lovely weekend. Linda and I had a lovely walk today. She only saw her. Oh gosh, I'll rewrite. Normally I light the sage before, but I wanted to get Luna on camera, but she wouldn't play ball. She was like, I want to leave now. She's going to be 6. She's an Aquarius, if anybody cares. She's going to be 6 on the 11th of February. She was a COVID doggy. And I usually go and clean up all the ash from the sage as well before I start. Right, okay, so we're going to start with some archetypes today. There we go. That'll do. I'm just going to push that onto the floor. I'll car hoover it up later. Right, I'm going to need the book for this one. Okay, let's do some archetypes. So we're going to take 3, which is usually a beginning, a middle, and an end. Usually, the way it works for me is it usually kind of represents a cycle or a story or a kind of just some form of journey. Not always, but that's how they generally come out. So we'll see how they go. There we go. See, I can do it. I can interleave those ones. I have a German Shepherd staring at me from the top of the landing. You may be able to hear panting. This one. Okay. The Mystic and the Upright. I've never heard this card before. The Mystic. It's beautiful. There's a butterfly on it and an eye. Looks like the third eye. There's another eye down here as well. And a beautiful butterfly that looks like a... Is that an emperor butterfly? Those ones, the orange ones, I forget. Oops. Well, that one seemed to want to go, so we're going to take that one. I'm going to take it the way it landed. So we have the mother on its side. So you have the mother. No, it's the maiden, the mother, and the crone. Is it the maiden, the mother, and the crone? There's also the father in this deck. So the first card of this deck is the mother. And then the second one, I think, is the father in it. But you've also got... Oh, I forget what they're called now. Is that one? That is one. That came out on its side, but it kind of flipped round to it in the reverse. So we'll take it in the reverse. The Pilgrim. Now, the Pilgrim to me indicates somebody going on a journey. So we've got the Mystic in the upright, the mother on the side. Now, if they're on the side, I usually take that as something going maybe from in the reverse to the upright, or if it's a really difficult situation, something going from the upright to the reverse. So we'll just see how the energy comes out for that. And the Pilgrim is in the reverse. Okay, let's see how it goes. Oh, I do apologize, my nose is very itchy. Right, the Mystic. I've never had this one before. Okay, let's see. The Seeker, the Lightworker, the Dreamer. Ooh. Remover of darkness, visionary, ageless. Okay. Like any light worker, the mystic must build a relationship with fire. This begins by awakening the inner flame, or tapas, within. Tapas. Okay, it's clearly not Spanish food, but okay. It may seem that the mystic is inward facing, yet its light beams back to the world with the strength of 1,000 stars. The mystic is often misunderstood in our culture, depicted as a wandering or light-hearted daydreamer. Sounds a bit like me. Yet, like Shiva, the true mystic plays a critical role in society, remaining fearlessly dedicated to the path of transformation. In order to save the earth from darkness, Shiva swallows the poison of the world and holds it in his throat, slowly transmuting the liquid into nectar. This is the work of the mystic. So it's transmuting. Well, it's just basically, yeah, okay. The mystic revels in mystery, in the great riddle of life, dancing with the forces of light and dark upon its wings. Wow. Okay, so I think we've got a light worker here. Okay. Right. Wow. Okay. Okay, well, it's funny because quite often when I've heard other tarot readers talking about going through healing or dark night of the soul, like it's like you're in a chrysalis and then you break out of the chrysalis and then you kind of come out as a butterfly and then you unfurl your wings and there's a kind of butterfly there. So I get the real feeling that this is somebody who's been through that and is now in their light, in their north node, however I want to describe that. Right, we've got the mother on its side, so it's between the upright and the reverse. So in the upright, it's glowing, generative, creative, and nurturing, not surprising. Getting a bit of a Queen of Cups energy to that. And then in the reverse, dim, exhausted, controlling, limiting. So I think we've got someone going from in that dim, exhausted energy where you just don't have the emotional spoons or capacity to deal with a lot of things, to being more in your light, in your upright, which is glowing, generative, creative, and nurturing. So there's been a journey here going from the reverse to the upright. And you might not be in the upright yet, but I think you're maybe somewhere between them, or at some point you were kind of between them. This feels like a journey in reverse because this is now we've got the pilgrim in the reverse, which is 20. Hang on, where are we going here? Okay. The pilgrim. So in the upright, that's the wanderer, the traveller, and the apprentice. In the reverse, aloof, non-committal, flaky. Okay, this is actually two different people. This is the first time I've had this come out. Usually it's one person's narrative. I think the collective's the mystic, and I think the pilgrim is someone else, possibly someone who put you, oh gosh, I don't want to go down this route of like it always been about a relationship, but someone who's aloof, no committal, and flaky. So it could be someone who put you in a situationship or somebody you were in some form of relationship with. And maybe the mother is your energy, and then the dim, what was it? Kind of immature energy. Let's just go for immature energy. I can't remember what it was in the reverse. This kind of non-nurturing energy is more to do with this non-committal, flaky person. So we've got a real mismatch of energies here. Okay. Right. Okay. So we're dealing with someone who's maybe a bit hot and cold, a bit flaky. Let's go with the Ouija deck today. Let's start with the Ouija deck. I will warn you, there's some... Oh no, I did pick out Oracle cards. There they are. Yes. Okay. Okay, I flung that on the floor. I didn't need to, but we'll gloss over that. I'm going to take a drink of water as well. Gosh, I look horrendous because I've got a cold. Does anybody else's face swell to like twice the size when you've got a cold? Just me? Okay. Don't breathe too heavily, Karen, because it'll make me sneeze. Right, let's see what we've got going on here. That one? Is that a singular? It is. Oh, but I pulled a whole bunch out the right. This one. So I've got a breakup here. So this is someone you've broken up with. Okay, so we had someone who was a bit of a player energy, bit of a Knight of Wands in reverse, or Knight of Wands, depending on how the energy comes out for that card. And this is somebody you've broken up with. It might be that this person as well, because they were non-committal and flaky, we're pulling you out of that nurturing mode. So maybe you were here, and then as the relationship went on, the card you were kind of coming out of your mother node, and people will do that. They will kind of try to pull you down to their vibration. Maybe gets ash all over it. Just in case you were wondering what I was doing there. Oh, that's 2. Oh, that one definitely flipped around. We've got a male here. So only 50% of the population on the planet there. Let's see if we can round that down a little bit. I'll take another line of the Ouija deck and I'll take a line of the High Priestess. Oops. We're going to take both. So this one's... Okay, we've got root chakra in reverse. Whoever this person you broke up with, quite possibly a male, had an unstable root chakra, which is why they're so flaky. So they have some kind of wounds to the root chakra. And I'm going to remind myself what wounds your root chakra, because I've got my cheat sheets here somewhere. Solar plexus. I'm still learning. So your root chakra is all about security, stability and grounding. If it's imbalanced, you're insecure, anxious. You can have physical issues in your lower body like IBS and things like that. You can feel struck and be very stressed. So this person was probably quite unstable to be around. I haven't written down the reasons for what can destabilize your root chakra, but never mind. Probably just not being grounded. Got something over the summer. This might have been last summer, or this might be, well, a summer. I don't know, sometimes things that were in massively in the past seem to be coming out at the moment. So we'll see. Police again coming out. Okay, so if this person's got an unstable root chakra, then this one, third eye. Okay. I don't get the feeling in this instance that this person was involved with the police. I think you just knew your intuition. Your intuition said if you stayed with this person, you were going to end up having to get the police involved, perhaps. Or this person, if they've got an unstable root chakra, perhaps they had issues with the police, or they, it doesn't necessarily mean that. What I'm trying to say is the police wouldn't necessarily be involved in your relationship. It might have been something else this person done, is what I'm trying to say. And we've got family. Okay. I get the feeling this is their family rather than yours, and a sister. They might have had, in particular, a sister that was maybe a meddling feeling here. Oh, this is exciting. I never get family stuff coming out. It's always just a person. And you take that one how it resonates. It could be your family. I'm getting more that it's their family. Got heart chakra. I think you loved this person once. You might still do. But I think if you're someone like me, like I'm on the autism spectrum, so I have an extreme I have an allergic reaction. That's not the right phrase. I have a sensitivity to uncertainty. So somebody is imbalanced. No, that's not the word. Inconsistent. That does not work well with me, because I'm the opposite. I'm also a Taurus. So I'm incredibly stable, incredibly reliable. Although this reading's not about me, so let's stop talking about me. Just in case there's any other Tauruses here. Tauruses. Right, this is the High Priestess deck. This is another homemade deck. I'm just going to take a line from here, see if we can get a little bit more out. Or there are some duplicate cards in here, as there are in that one. No swear words came out of the Ouija deck. Oh, I did think of another brilliant one to put in though, which would be Bam Pot. I thought that'd be quite a good one to add. A wee Bam Pot. Oops. Oops. Right, okay, I'll take the one that fell on the floor. I'm going to put the other ones back. I'm going to truth. Me. X. Well, I think that goes without saying, right? I've got PTSD is the one that fell on the floor. So this person's root chakra is imbalanced because they have PTSD or some form of trauma. Okay. Now, this trauma is likely family, to do with the family, possibly something to do with the sister. Maybe the sister bullied them when they were a child. Oh, I had something else and it went. There was a second thread to that. Oh gosh, I'm sick. So the download went in my head and went back straight out it again. It was something to do with the police. Or it could be that this person's a former police officer and they might have PTSD from that. Those were the two kind of Steers I got on that one. I think you know. I think you could see. If this resonates with you, you'll know with this exactly what caused their trauma. Got a fire sign. Or someone's in their fire energy. So fire signs are Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I mean, it's coming out next to summer, which is quite, you know, the hottest months. I mean, maybe not in Scotland, you know, it's pretty. Oh, saying that, I'm not something who likes it above 20 degrees, but, you know. Distorted masculine. Yeah, okay. So this is coming out next to the police. So, yeah, we've definitely got someone here with PTSD. I think this is the fire sign. Or they certainly have a fiery character. So quite passionate, but yeah, like a flickering flame, quite, you never know where they're going to be, you know. And they're distorted masculine. Which is the same male that you broke up with, or somebody broke up with. It doesn't need to be you. Someone in the collective broke up with. And that distorted masculine's coming out with the police, which is kind of more going down the line of they've either been involved with the police or they're a former police officer who, you know, has trauma. It might not be from being in the police. Take that one how it resonates. It could be from early childhood. That'll maybe come out in the tarot. That's too many, but they've got letter I trying to come out there, so maybe got an Ian. Ian. What's the name that came out there? Ike, for some reason, it's in my head. West Coast. So if you're in Scotland, over Glasgow way, Ayr way, kind of that kind of place. Or if you're not from Scotland, then the West Coast or wherever you are. If you don't know which way, it's west. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. This one came out upright. We've got the letter G coming out next to family. So the surname of the family could be G. Somebody's initial could be G. Getting Gregor, Gary. Right, tell me about this sister. What about this sister? 1980s. Right. This is possibly somebody who was bullied by a sister when they were a child and they have PTSD. So it's possibly an older sister. Also got an air sign coming out to the heart chakra. This could be yourself. If you love this person. Or this could be your own sister. I mean, the reason I'm getting this is two different people is that normally it would be, if it was one person, I would expect the pilgrim to have come first, then the mother, then the mystic, rather than the other way around, which makes it feel like it's two people. So I don't think this is you that used to be flaky. I think this is someone else. Air sign is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And the number 8. Now, what is interesting is the 8th house is the house of undoing, I think it's called. I'm learning my houses as well. Oh, where's it gone? Hated of most houses. It's about our limitations, fears, and taboos. Hides our trash, anger, emotions, relationships, and the need to set them free. Well, yeah, you can't really get much more than that. Also, we've got 1980 and an 8 there, so it could be something that happened in 1988 specifically. Yeah, not necessarily though. And that 8 is coming out next to the South Node that came out, so someone in their South Node, which I think is this male. It's PTSD and it's a distorted masculine. I think that's pretty self-explanatory, really, and something to do with his sister. So, I didn't get other oracle cards out. That's cool. Let's start with the love oracle cards. I like these ones. I'll do a line of them, and maybe a line of couple cards, and then I've got my black and white cards out, so I'll go with those. Oh, I think you can see my microphone. That's okay. I'll distract you from my congested head. We have a self-absorbed narcissist. We've got the golden mirror cards coming straight out the bat. Okay. Self-absorbed narcissist, one-sided relationship, love bombing. So, I mean, that is completely just mirroring. It's the first card that came out. We've got this light worker. It's the empath narcissist paradigm is what it is. We've got this person who's flaky, inconsistent, a narcissist, and then we've got the light worker, the empath. And then this kind of juxtaposition between the mother. So somebody's in the reverse mother, they're not nurturing, and then you are the nurturing one. And it's almost like it depletes you because you're not in the upright for the mother. Okay, so we've got a self-absorbed narcissist. This is not you. This is the other person's energy. It's coming out next to this PTSD and this fire sign and this root chakra in reverse. Oops, no, that's two. I'm not going to take them. That one. That is one. Got seduction, attraction, flirting, dating, hooking up, temptation, third-party interference. Okay, so this person was definitely, I think I used the word before, a bit of a player. I think they were flaky and inconsistent, and then they're probably treating you like an option, but we'll see. There's a card in here. Coffee cup, meeting up and conversing, savouring the moment, feeling uplifted in friendship. Okay. So there was some kind of courtship here. Heartbroken. Deeply hurt, sad, separation, breakup, feeling lost, grieving, and mourning. Yeah, it didn't last long. It didn't get much past beyond the seduction in the coffee cup, I think. And this person, as they do, they'll hook you in, they'll bait and switch you, they'll flip the script, and then, I don't know what you're talking about. Because they have outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. Okay, that might be both of you, to be fair. I know certainly when I've been recently sucked in by someone who had very similar characteristics, you know, I had to get out of a certain way of thinking as well. All right, I'm just going to take the 5. Okay, that's fine. I'll space them out a little bit. Right, let's try the... I'm sorry if I'm sniffing. I have taken a Lemsip, but at least I'm not massively wah-chewing. So, right, these are the Kipper cards. Okay. Tell me about this narcissist, please. This self-absorbed narcissist. Oh, they're concerned, are they? Or you're concerned about them. Got 33, which breaks down to a 6, which is the... I'll learn my houses. Yeah, health and physiological issues, state of our body, right? So this person either has health concerns or they caused you health concerns. I don't know if you've ever seen the before and after pictures of a relationship with a narcissist where the person looks super hot and then they look like, you know, they've been through toil and labour, funnily enough. Okay, so that's coming out under seduction. So I've got a funny feeling that if toil and labour is coming out here, even in the very early days, I think you struggled to understand what was happening with this person. Like, it wasn't straightforward and you maybe missed the red flags. And they've got pathway coming out. So, yeah. I think this person, I know nobody likes to hear it, but I think this person might have been a lesson for you. And it might have been the pathway to your healing, to becoming, you know, this butterfly that's in this card here. You know, oopsie. Oh, I must knock that over. That would be ash everywhere. So when you were in this relationship, they were maybe targeting a wound that you had from your childhood. Maybe you're the one with the family wound from a sister. And you were maybe still in the chrysalis or just breaking out of the chrysalis, but now you're this. And I think as much, you know, and if you look at these things as lessons and you take the positive from them, which is, you know the red flags to look out for. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. Also, in this pathway card, just because I've spotted them, there are 5 butterflies. You won't be able to see them, but they're in the pathway, which is lovely. That, again, that 35 condenses down to an 8, which is, again, that house of undoing, which has given me, like, kind of just health again, possibly health concerns. I had distant horizons come out under heartbroken, which is interesting. So distant horizons doesn't necessarily need to mean in the future. It can also mean in the past. Or, so it's possible you've not broken up with this person yet. Maybe you're still in the midst of trying to figure out what's going on. With occupation come out on its side, I'm going to take it in the upright. Outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head and occupation. So I get the feeling that this is actually more that I think this person got you up in your head and, oops, well, if it's going to ring, there we go. I get the feeling that this person more got you up in your head and they occupied more of your thoughts, because when people try to behave inconsistently or, you know, gaslight you or try and do those things, like your brain starts to try and figure out what's going on, and then before you know it, you're in these thought loops and you're stuck looking for the answer, and it's only afterwards you're like, next time if I get into that pattern, I can realize that it's a massive red flag and I need to get out of here. Right, let's do some tarot. Let's start with the Dark Whimsical tarot deck. Both my decks that I'm using today are black and white. Everybody in these cards looks grumpy, which I love. Nobody looks happy, but let's see. So yeah, I think this person, I think maybe you're still up in your head about this person. I think maybe, I can't tell if it's somebody you still to break up with or not. It's either someone from your past or you're still going to break up with, but I think you're still, if it is, they are from your past, you're still thinking about them, or you still think about them from time to time, which is if somebody traumatizes you and puts you through that kind of horrible type of scenario, then it can change you. I've got 6 of Swords, so that's moving to calmer waters. So this narcissist is concerned that you're moving to calmer waters. So I get the feeling that this breakup has happened in the past. Seven of Wands, and you're defending yourself. Just coming under this toil and labor. So I think in the very early days of this relationship, and it maybe never got much beyond that because maybe you realised you were standing in the middle of a spider's web and the only way to get out is to turn that into a chessboard and make your moves and back out of there slowly, which is the best way to do it with a narcissist. Smile, nod, back away slowly. But whatever it is, you're defending yourself, which is coming under toil and labour, which sounds about right, to be honest. It might have been hard work to defend yourself from this person because all you get is Darvel, you know, denial, attack, reverse victim and offender. And I find that the best way is to just play dumb, smile, walk away. So this 4 of Swords in this deck, this has come out in every reading I've had with this deck. 4 of Swords is typically about rest and reflection and going within. This one has 4 people with swords and they're all fighting each other, which gives me a more 5 of Swords, 5 of Wands kind of vibe. But this card, in this particular instance, because it's going within, this is inner conflict to me, which is underneath pathway. So you've got a lot of external defending yourself and a lot of inner conflict, which is again kind of tying in with this occupation card that came out, which was, you know, that this person got you up in your head. And I think, and that's how the narcissist or narcissists work. They get you in your head and then you become your own worst enemy and you're fighting against your own thoughts in your head, you know. And they just sit and watch the ish go down whilst with a little sneaky little smile on their face, probably recording you as well. We've got the 8 of Cups, but you. So got heartbroken, distant horizons, and you walked away. All these cups are little cats, by the way, they're really cute. Okay, tell me about this being up in your head. Is there any light at the end of the tunnel? Occupying your thoughts. 7 of Pentacles. Well, that's fantastic. So you're learning by kind of going through this inner conflict, walking away, because this is the inner conflict. It's almost like, it's not quite Two of Swords, because that's like, you can't get any clarity. It is definitely like inner conflict. You walk away and you're going to, so Seven of Pentacles is about investing. So 7 is investing, the 8 is working on it, the 9 is independent abundance, the 10 is, you know, generational wealth or the abundance you have with someone else. This is like, you know where to invest your time, your energy, your abundance, and it's not with this person here. You're investing elsewhere. That's a pretty clear message. Why? Okay. Let's take another line and then we'll do some of the Black Violet Tarot. And then we'll be nosy about this narcissist, I think. You know, every time I do readings, the same cards come out over and over again for myself, I mean. And it just gets really boring. So I've got Death coming out. So that is Scorpio energy. Is that right? Sorry, my head's a bit muddy. Yeah, that's Scorpio. Yes. So there was an ending here, and I've got that pretty much. So it wasn't just you walked away. Now, you might have walked away a number of times, especially because it's next to this really conflicting Four of Swords, which is right in the middle. I think this pathway's right in the middle as well. So pathway and Four of Swords right in the middle of the reading. I think you went back and forth. Because this person was hot and cold, I think you went back and forth for a long time, really conflicted. And, you know, if you had a wound there, they can really get you hooked in with like that dopamine and wanting the validation and hope and potential, and it's not there. But there was a permanent ending. This is a permanent ending. So this, if you did go back and forth, you did go back, you did lapse, don't beat yourself up about it. There was still something to learn, but there's also something to learn from this permanent ending and the peace that comes with it. I'm not getting a peace feeling from that Four of Swords, which is what I usually get, but okay, tell me about this death and defending yourself. This one, Queen of Swords, absolutely. You're taking no prisoners. You see the truth, you're cutting through the absolute ish. Because I've got seduction up here, I think you're maybe seeing the red flags that you missed. This person maybe moved really fast, or maybe all lusty. That did come out in the upright, but it's kind of flipped round. It's the Queen of Pentacles. Swords is air, by the way. So we had air come out here before. So air, this is, and I think I said that I think you were the air sign or potentially the air sign, or you have air sign qualities. So air is Gemini. Brain's not functioning. Gemini, Scorpio, Aquarius. No, that's not right. Gemini. I'm tired. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Yeah. Yes, Gemini, Aries, Aquarius. Okay, but the Queen of Pentacles, now she came out in the upright, but she spun round into reverse, which is interesting. And I don't think this is your energy, because it's coming out on top of this Four of Swords, which is really giving me this chaotic internal conflict. Pentacles could be an earth sign. I've not had, we only had earth fire come out here, but it could be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This Queen of Swords is staring at this Queen of Pentacles like, how did I not see you were this in reverse? It's almost like, I mean, to be fair, they've all got grumpy faces. Actually, the Queen of Pentacles doesn't. Oh, hindsight's a wonderful thing. Like, literally, that's the feeling I'm getting on this Queen of Swords face. How could I be so foolish? How could I not see it? Staring at this Queen of Pentacles in reverse and all their negativity and all their pilgrim in the reverse. Again, right in the middle of this reading. Just like a narcissist, needs to be the centre of the tension, right in the middle of the reading, under this chaos. Sitting back with a little butter wouldn't melt look in their face, watching the ish go down, watching you slowly deteriorate from the inside out in your Four of Swords. You're all right. You got away. And if you've not quite got away, you will. Because sometimes it's really hard to, especially when they come and hook you back in to when you're vulnerable. It's easy done. Nope. Oopsie. Right, let's see which way that came out. So that's in the upright. I've got the Eight of Pentacles. That's fantastic. On top of the Eight of Cups, 2 8s, 8 8. So we're going from the 7 to the 8. So walking away from this person, seeing this person for who they are, even though they want to be in the middle of the reading. You go from the 7 to the 8, which is fantastic. And that's coming under the distant horizons. Now, it might be that you broke up from this person in the past and you had to go invest your time elsewhere, but you've gone into the 8. He's actually holding what looks like tickets or cards in his hand, actually. There's 2 black cats there as well. 8 can also be about your occupation, your job, just working on it, perfecting your craft. I'm getting more just that it's an increase in abundance, moving away from this person and seeing, understanding who this person is and what they did to you. And what they did was the Ten of Swords, frankly. They betrayed you. I'm not sure who this Ten of Swords energy is, though. I'm not sure if this narcissist feels betrayed because you've gone from the 7 to the 8 and you've walked away. Could be both of you. It could be a double-edged sword. I think I get the feeling that the Ten of Swords might be for both of you. This person betrayed your heart, and then you walking away betrays them because they don't have control and power over you anymore. And you can think for yourself, and you can see through them, and it's your pathway to abundance. 3 of Cups on top of death. So working with others, collaboration. There's 3 people in this picture. There's 2 cups. Interesting. Oh no, it's 3 of Cups. Sorry, it's not the 3 of Pentacles. I thought it was 3 of Pentacles. It's 3 of Cups. So that's celebration. So you're definitely moving on to happier times, or you've moved on to happier times. I mean, everybody in these cards looks miserable, so the 3 in this cup don't look that cup. Oh, I was going to pull out the other deck. Okay, right, well, we'll do one more line. And then we'll do 2 lines with the other deck. Make it a bit longer. I mean, it's not as if my readings aren't long enough. Got the Knight of Cups on top of the Queen of Swords. She looks weary. So the Knight of Cups can be about a love offer. Just the look on this Knight of Cups face, it's just like, I gave my cup to you, because they're staring at the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, like, I gave my cup to you. She's got this look of, what was I thinking? Like, literally, like, what was I thinking? Hell no. Now, because the Knight of Cups is on the Queen of Swords, and the Queen of Swords looks really grumpy, and it's like, she's annoyed because she was like, because once the illusion's gone, yeah, this narcissist, it's like the sun has come out on top of the Queen of Pentacles. This person is completely exposed. You see absolutely right through them. There is nothing about this person that can hide. They can't pull the wool over your eyes. You can't gaslight you. You can't manipulate you. And there's just this weedy look at them going, really? Even this little person in the sun card is looking upwards at the sun to where this Queen of Pentacles is, like, he's got a wee look of, like, horror on his face, like, what? Which is good, because if you see this person for who they are, then you know to stay away from them as much as possible. Now I've got the King of Pentacles coming out in the upright, on top of the 8 of Pentacles, which is definitely, the 8 of Pentacles is your abundance. So you are absolutely this energy, which is really stable, abundant. You've gone from the 7 to the 8. It's a really reliable kind of, oh gosh, what's that flipped over? 6 of Wands. Yeah. 6 of Wands is fantastic. So that is victory, and that is victory over this betrayal. You're just victorious. Okay, don't take another line with that deck, Karen. Take the black and white tarot slot. This is one of my favourite decks, the black and white tarot. Right, sorry, not the black and white tarot. Black violet tarot. Oops. Right, let's go. Oh, we've got a star coming back in. Hello. There's a German Shepherd here. You going to say hello to the camera, Luna? Sorry, we're just going to have to pause this reading for bum scratches. There's just no other way of it. Because if I don't, she'll pout forever. You going to say hello? You want to come up? You're just going to sit under the table. You shy? You camera shy? There we go. Oh, they can only see the top of your head there. Yeah. Yeah. Go out soon. Just let me finish this. You okay? Yeah. You can get treatsies later, not just now. There she is. There she is. Luna. Call sign Hades. She checks my front garden for IEDs and, you know, packets of stuff that looks like ice and sugar every day. Perimeter checks. Don't you? You earn your pocket money, don't you? Yeah, there she is. There she is. You're on the television. At least 4 people will watch you probably, maybe. I'm up to 7 subscribers now. Sorry about pausing this reading. I just, you a bit warm, darling? She's shedding at the moment because she's losing her winter coat and she does get a bit warm. Here we go. Can I finish this? And then we'll go out in a little bit. Yeah, there we go. See your little ears popped up there. Yeah. Oh, big yawn. Big yawn. Can I say hello to everybody? Say hello. Do you want to see my tarot cards? You're just going to lie under the table? Oh, see you all. What you want? Oh, she wants a bum scratching again. Okay, just fast forward or stop it. It's all right. Yeah, you know, bum scratching. Oh, you're going to appear at the front now. In the front of the reading. You can do that. Yeah, you can do that. Yeah. Yeah. Well, hello. I might sneeze now. This is all going wrong. This is all going Pete Tong. Come on, I want to find out what's happened with this narcissist. I like it when they get their comeuppance because people heal. And then they suddenly see them and go, how can people be like that? You go, no, right. Go out soon, darling. Go out after this when we're uploading the video. Got the 8 of Pentacles again. So there's no depletion there, which is good. Again, this is mastering your craft, working on it. Sun again. We might just be getting duplication here. Leo energy, and we had fire sign come out there, and we've had the sun twice. It's a beautiful card. It's full of sunflowers, and she's holding a baby in her arms. It's beautiful. That's on top of the Knight and the Queen of Swords. So I think seeing this person being exposed, this sun is definitely exposure, this one is happiness. I think that seeing this person for who they are, them being exposed and seeing them brings you a sense of like relief and almost happiness and almost like, what's the word I'm looking for? Not audacity. Oh, there's a word. Incredulousness. I'm tired. Incredulousness. Oh, brain not functioning. It's almost like laughing at this person, not because you're cruel, but because sometimes you don't believe someone is like that. Okay, the cards are just repeating themselves, guys, because I've got the Eight of Pentacles, the Sun, and I've got the Queen of Swords again. So yeah, I think this is a call for me to just like to reduce my readings down, because it's just the same cards that come out again and again and again. Again, Queen of Swords, the Sun, the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. Okay. So Queen of Swords is cutting through ish. The Queen, you exposed this person. I mean, from both sides. It's almost like you've boxed them in because they're right in the middle of the reading. It's like you're not getting away with this. Four of Swords again, but this time you're at peace, and that's the difference. Here, earlier on, this person had you all up in your head. I do apologise. The person had you all up in your head. Now, when the Four of Swords come out, is you are absolutely at peace. She is chilling. She's gone within. She's sitting in her peace. She's away from this person. She sees this person for who they are. She's finding happiness again. Because each of these, even though the Sun's come out twice, the energy from it is different. This one's exposure, this one's happiness, or like finding the silver lining almost, and recovering and healing and finding happiness. I know that's star energy, but that's the vibe I'm getting. Because this is the kind of healing here. Or going within. And kind of almost training yourself not to make the same mistakes again. Oops. Six of Swords is wanting to come out again. It's the same cards. You can't make it up, honestly. Right, maybe this one. Coven. Okay, so this is... So we had the Three of Cups come out here. And then Coven is like the Three of Cups, but it's chilling... Depending on your gender or who your friends are, this particular card is like about sisterhood, and you know, I'm not saying you're all getting around a cauldron and you know creating spells about this person, but you know, it's just about the bonds of friendship. So it's Three of Cups is more about celebration. This is like really relying heavily on your friends, your social group, whether they're male or female, and that's coming out on top of this victory. So that's fantastic that you overcame this betrayal. You're victorious, and your friends were there. They had your back. Because quite often when you're someone like that, you can almost like can occupy so much your mind that you can almost forget that you know there's other people out there. You know, like your friends and stuff like that. Or they can get you so down that there's a Seven of Wands again. Like it's just duplication of cards. Seven of Wands. Where was the Seven of Wands before? Defending yourself there. It's got the Seven of Wands on top of the Eight of Pentacles. So you're defending your Eight of Pentacles. Okay. Five of Swords. Yeah, it's just the same energies coming out. This Five of Swords. There's somebody here with a sword, and they look like they're trying to basically cut you down, and you're standing with your sword and your three swords behind you going, I didn't think so. So whatever this person is saying to you, because this can be about emotional abuse or you know, dysfunctional relationships, whatever this person is saying to you, whatever they are, their words, because you're the Queen of Swords, double over, because we had the Queen of Swords come out twice, their words aren't cutting it anymore. You're defeating them because you're the Queen of Swords, and she's literally standing with the sword aloft in her hand there, which is just that Queen of Swords energy again. And they've all got dark hair as well, all three of them. Queen of Swords. Nine of Cups. That's what we're talking about. No, Nine of Pentacles, pre-Empress energy. This is independent happiness, emotional happiness, just being happy with what you've got in your own life, independent from this person, regardless of whether there's another person in your life or not. And to be honest, that's where we all need to be. We all need to be happy with on our own, because if we're not, then people like this can come in and trigger our wounds and insecurities and keep us trapped. Knight of Cups. Again. Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. This Knight of Cups is looking a little less weary and battle-hardened than this one, though. This one's looking at the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and the Sun, which is exposing them kind of card, looking like weary as anything. This one's looking rather regal. So that tells me that, and that's on top of this Four of Swords, which has got less which was more about peace. She tells me that you've recovered. And even if you're in the midst of this right now, you will recover. You'll get to your Nine of Cups. And then you'll be this Knight of Cups again, ready to give your cup to someone else, but the right person. And because it's on top of this Four of Swords, it tells me that you've gone within. You've healed whatever it is. You become this mystic. You become the mystic, this light worker. Or you've healed. So this person hasn't destroyed you. You learned the lesson. And you learned the right lesson, which is this person was a lesson. Did I just say that twice? What am I trying to say? So I was just checking on Lena there. She's in the hall. What was I trying to say? You've learned the lesson. Sorry, the cold in my head is just congested. You're not sitting in bitterness is what I'm trying to tell you. You're sitting in your Nine of Cups, or you will be. And it's about having the right attitude about this. It's like, why do, not sitting there going, why do I attract the wrong people? I mean, it's asking the question, Four of Swords line, going, why am I attracting the wrong people? But then seeing your part in it and how you missed the red flags and how you maybe allowed yourself to be rushed. You didn't take it slowly. You got hooked up on their words and, you know, didn't look at their behavior. But I think you've looked at this positively, or you will do. You might not. Oh, that's too many. I just want one card. Sorry guys, this is going on forever, especially because with bum scratches in the middle. Luna's not mine. 10 of Pentacles. Fantastic. 10 of Pentacles. And there's a happy family in that one. You're going to be absolutely fine. Your cup. Here, this Knight of Cups is weary. Her cup is steaming. She looks worn out. She looks like the Nine of Wands. The Wounded Warrior. But even though the same cards are coming out, they've given me a different message and it's much more positive. And I think exposing this narcissist or seeing through them or them coming into the light and you seeing them for who they are was the best thing that could have ever happened to you, because you got away from them. You walked away. You got away from being stuck in your head. You got away from being stuck in your head. Sorry, the cards do repeat themselves. You ended it permanently. And once you ended it permanently, you saw who this person was. Right, I'm going to be nosy. I want to know about this narcissist. Let's take some from the black deck and then we'll take some from the white deck. I want to know. Tell me about this narcissist. Okay, tell me about the golden mirror card. This person with the unstable root chakra. Okay, we've got the letter N coming out. So we had a G before, which came out next to family, which could be a surname. Family surname beginning with a G. N-E. Neil. You thought this person was your soulmate. Or they said you were their soulmate. I'll take one more. On the Queen of Pentacles. So I had walked away in reverse came out. So they didn't walk away. You walked away. Why would they give up perfectly good supply? Right, okay, let's take some white ones. Right, tell me, what do we want to know? I'm not sure there's anything else I want to know about. Yeah, the round ego, not surprisingly. Oh, I've got the letter N coming out again. Double confirmation because I'm doing this in the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, who's also this narcissist. Oh, and we had... Oh, gosh. I don't know where that letter came. Oh, my goodness. Triple. Oh, my goodness. I don't even know when that fell on the floor, but there's another letter in. Triple confirmation of the N. We've got cybercrime. I've got energy vampire. Well, yeah. I think that goes without saying they're an energy vampire. Okay, let's take some more letters then. Oh, are they in the reverse? Oh, what have I done? I put them on the top of the deck on the wrong way round. Can't have that. That messes with my autism. There we go. Right, let's take some more letters, see if we can get. So we've got a G, 3 N's, and an E. Jen? Somebody called Sorry. Very funny, Karen. Oh, if you watched my reading yesterday, I was a bit tired at the end, so I had tirades, sends, Joe. I think it should have been Joe sends tirades, but I only realized that. I was so tired that I only realized that after I hit stop. So let's take my spectacles off. I don't need them now. These don't shuffle brilliantly. An A, Jean with a G, Gean, blank. Now we can have Jean with a J. That's two. A P and a C. Police constable. My police here come out before. Cape. My brain's probably not going to be able to do any. Gosh, I look horrendous. I've got such a cold. That's okay. W. Wayne, as in a child. That's what Scottish people called. They're Waynes. From the West Coast originally, darlings. I just need to go back. Actually, I just need to get into a taxi, and I'm already like going back to my vernacular that I had when I was a child. Vernacular, is that the right word? I've got another P. U. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here, take two more. A V. And a Z. Ooh. Okay, I don't know why I took my spectacles off. All right. N-E. I made a G as well. Hang on. Get rid of these. Oh, it's a shame we don't have a K and an R. We could have had wanker. Oh well. That would have been funny. Got gaze. PC, police constable. None. And then some random letters. Now. And PV, point of view. Well, that should really be POV, but point of view, now, none, police constable, and gaze. Oh well. That'll do. Right, okay, thank you. If you've made it to the end of that and through the bum scratches, I'm very grateful. I have 7 subscribers, which is lovely. These are just for entertainment purposes only. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you have ever, come across a narcissist, like I have in my life several times, you have my deepest sympathies, but it's a life lesson that we can learn. And if you are this kind of person and you've learned to read energies like I have, so that's an interesting story. So I've been able to read energies all my life, but I didn't see them as energies. It kind of reading people's energies just made me anxious. But in the summer was when I was going through my dark night of the soul, is when I realized that what these energies were. Like, I'd been picking up on them all my life, but I didn't understand them as energies, which is energies I read here as well. And there was a point to this, and I can't remember now. Oh, you probably paused anyway. If anybody's got to this point, congratulations. You deserve a medal and a badge. There was a point to that. About energy. Oh yeah. So if you're in this mystic, if you're this person and you've come out of your chrysalis, you will recognize every single time who the energy of this kind of person now. And you'll be able to just go and sidestep away from them. Or, just sit, smile, reverse, and walk away. So congratulations. Right, okay. If you oh gosh, I don't know why this falls asleep. It's really annoying. Right. Okay, thank you for listening. If you've made it this far, have a lovely Saturday evening, and I'll be back soon. Okay, bye bye.